Hello everyone, Silent here and welcome back to another Bedrock Edition tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to build a very simple, cheap, and fully automatic chicken cooker in your Bedrock Edition worlds. These things are super easy to build, super cheap, and honestly one of the best food sources in the game. If you feel like solving world hunger in your Minecraft world, then one of these is basically the simplest way to do it. You build one of these, they last forever, and then they provide you with a great source of food and all of the feathers that you will never use. Overall, these things take less than 10 minutes to build, they never really break, they don't often have any bugs that destroy them or would cause you to have to rebuild it, so it's a very stable, very easy investment to make, and then you'll never have to worry about a food supply again. So what is a chicken cooker and how do these things work? Well, these are an age-old contraption, they've been around for absolutely years, and for good reason, they're really nice. So up at the top here, we have a whole bunch of adult chickens, and these guys will lay an egg every so often. That'll go into a hopper below them and eventually down into this dispenser. On the way, it will activate this little redstone clock and shoot out the egg. The egg then has a chance of growing and hatching into a cute, adorable little baby chicken, as you can see there. Now, it takes about 20 minutes for those babies to grow up into adults, and of course, whenever there's an egg shot out, there's also a lava blade dispensed for a fraction of a second. That lava blade will only affect the adults, and then those adults will die, all of their drops will go into the chest, and you really don't have to do anything at all. There's literally nothing that you need to do after you get done building this. You just reap the rewards. This tutorial is part of my advent calendar for December of 2020, so every single day in December I'm releasing a brand new tutorial on the channel for your faces, some cool little contraption, farm, or other random redstone tutorial for you to enjoy. If you would like to help support the series and the channel a ton, then of course leaving a like or sharing around the videos is massively helpful. Thank you so very much for doing that. And if you would like to see more tutorials in the advent calendar, then of course make sure to subscribe. Subscribing is the best way to make sure you catch these tutorials when I release them. So let's talk about the redstone behind the chicken cooker real quick. Literally, behind the chicken cooker. So back here we have a very simple system to detect the eggs coming through the hopper, and that will activate this comparator clock, firing both of your dispensers twice, which is basically perfect. This system that I designed a couple years ago is surprisingly still very reliable to this day, which I'm very happy about. I did try redesigning it and changing it up a bit using this design and a whole bunch of other systems, but none of them are really that reliable. The issue with the other systems is that the lava can occasionally get stuck out in this position. Now, due to Bedrock Edition being the way that it is, this isn't actually that big of a deal. The lava being stuck out is not a big deal unless your chickens are all in one spot. So as you can see, our chickens in this cooker are all spread out in these different areas. So if one of these guys grows up and the lava's stuck out, that's not going to be a big deal. They'll die, all the drops will still go into the chest. Where it is a big deal is when all of your baby chickens are clumped up like this right here. When one of those guys grows up into adult, they're all going to kind of explode off into different directions with different momentum, and if the lava is stuck out, every single one of your baby chickens is gonna get burned in lava, so you'll really lose a lot of efficiency from your chicken cooker. That is the issue with your lava being stuck out. So you might see some other designs that leave the lava out 24/7. That can be a really big issue because all your chickens do get clumped up in that one area. Now that being said, the design I'm showing you how to build in today's video, this one right here, can still have the lava get stuck out like this. However, it only happens when you leave the chunks or if you leave the game as the redstone is firing. So it's pretty rare, and again, it doesn't affect a lot of things if your chickens are all spread out, but it can have an effect. So whenever you see the lava stuck out, just press the button, it'll go back in, and you can mosey on with your day. Bug alert! If you are playing in 1.16.100.4, the current Bedrock Edition release as of recording, there are some very weird entity issues in this update that affect every single mob in the game. So if you put too many chickens in this thing, you'll start having whatever kind of issue this is. So yeah, just be aware of that. You can put a maximum of like maybe 15 chickens up top before you start having you know, this happen. It is quite hilarious. However, you probably don't want the chickens escaping the matrix while you're just trying to build a chicken farm. So be aware of this bug if you're playing in 1.16.100.4. And let's hop into the tutorial, shall we? For your convenience, there's going to be a full materials list for this build down in the description of the video. That way you can know absolutely everything you need to build this farm. To build, you're going to need a 3 wide by 6 long area and 5 blocks above the ground. And we're going to get started at the front of the build area. Place down yourself a chest for your storage. This can be expanded into whatever you like. Behind this, you need a hopper pointing into the chest with a slab on top of it. We now need 2 dispensers in this area right here, and now we need to put a hopper going into the bottom dispenser like so. A double chest on top of that. This double chest is here just to save you 2 hoppers, and now we need a hopper going into the side of that double chest like so. This is where all of your adult chickens are going to be staying and laying your eggs. Now go ahead and place in 4 blocks in this area like so, and 2 blocks right there. Now we can place in the redstone. You want a comparator right here reading from that hopper going into a repeater. That repeater is going to be facing into that solid block right there. And now you want yourself another comparator right there. This one's actually going to be facing into a block like so. And then you're going to have 2 pieces of redstone dust and a repeater facing into these 2 dispensers. And of course, make sure you right-click the comparator so it has this little red light on. It is now in subtract mode and will create a clock whenever it is powered. Now you want to go ahead and place your lava bucket inside of your dispenser, just anywhere in there will do. And now it is time to surround this thing in a lot of solid blocks. Baby chickens are little Houdinis and they can escape basically anything, so we're going to be putting down a lot more solid blocks than are needed. You want 3 back there, 2 there, 2 there, and then basically build up this entire wall on both sides. You can have 2 glass blocks in the front for seeing all of your chickens, and of course for seeing your lava as well. For this hopper right here, basically just surround it completely in solid blocks on all sides. And of course, make sure you put down a piece of carpet on top of the hopper as well. That prevents the chickens from falling down inside of the hopper because you can actually go down in there a little bit. And sometimes they can glitch out. So we just put a carpet there to prevent any issues. Finally, place 1 piece of glass right above where the dispenser is. And now it is time to put the chickens inside of your chicken farm, but first, you're going to need yourself a whole bunch of eggs. If you don't know how to build an egg farm, it's really simple. You just need a couple of chickens on top of a hopper, pointing into a chest. These guys lay eggs, it goes in the chest, bam, egg farm. 2 tutorials in 1 video, I'm on a roll. Anyway, once you got yourself a whole bunch of eggs, you go ahead and place yourself a trapdoor right here. This trapdoor is going to flick up and down. The chickens will see it as a full block, so they shouldn't try and jump out of there from my testing. But you'll still want to put a few temporary blocks in these areas. Anyway, open the trapdoor, throw in a whole bunch of eggs a little bit slowly so you don't bounce the baby chickens out with other eggs, and eventually you'll get yourself some baby chickens. There we go, we got a couple. Again, you can put yourself about 15 or 20 in here in the current update, and I would recommend no more than 30 or 40 because that many chickens in a small area is very laggy. Anyway, use all the eggs you got, close the trapdoor, remove your temporary blocks, and you are good to go. You have yourself a fully automated, fully done chicken cooker in your Bedrock Edition world. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, then of course let me know in the comment section down below. I'm always trying to help you guys out as best as I possibly can. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see a lot more of them in the future, then of course make sure to leave a like, share around the video, and potentially subscribe. All of those are amazing ways to support the channel, and thank you so very much for doing so. Anyway, I'll see you guys down in the comment section and in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and then there was silence.